Charlotte Flair. She could reach out and chop me right out of my seat if she wanted to, but I hope she won't do that. How are you?
I wouldn't do that. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Now, I'll go ahead and say it. You are the leader of the women's revolution in the WWE. I mean, talk to me about that. Talk to me about how it's been, because really, let's be honest, it wasn't that long ago when women's wrestling was sort of an afterthought. Now, you see it headlining WrestleMania, and then last night in the main event at WWE Raw. So, how has it been as the leader, I'll say it.
Thank you for saying that. But
yeah.
I really feel that both locker rooms, Raw and SmackDown, is full of leaders, and that's why we are where we are today, because all of the women have to work together, and that's what's making a difference. And we all want this one common goal, and that's whether it's to main event WrestleMania or be considered equal counterparts to the male superstars, and that's what we've done collectively. So thank you for saying that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for all of the women in the locker room.
Absolutely. Now, we mentioned WrestleMania. Yes.
Most
Most of us listening are never going to have our WrestleMania moment. So what is it like being on the biggest stage of them all, walking down that aisle? I mean, can you even put that into words?
You can't.
How that feels?
You really can't, because it's like, for me, I get sick every WrestleMania. I was sick WrestleMania 32, I was sick WrestleMania 33, and this year I was running a fever.
Is it the nerves?
It's the nerves.
Yeah.
Like, I work myself up so much, and the match with Asuka was something that I wanted to be so special, and I wanted to steal the show, and you know, Asuka didn't have to prove to anyone. I felt like I had to walk in that night and prove to so many people, you know, who I was still, and it just, I always get sick.
Yeah.
That's the only time of year I get sick, but you can't describe it. I mean, just the anticipation and, you know, walking out knowing it's the biggest show of the year and all eyes are on. Because it's the one show I feel like even if you're not a wrestling fan, everyone's watching WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And people are talking about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's this, one of the biggest global events that
Absolutely.
happens.
Yeah.
And, you know, especially with Ronda Rousey now being on the card in the women's division, being looked at even more by the outside audience, I wanted to make an impact, a statement.
Talk to me about, well, Ronda Rousey, first of all. How is it with Ronda Rousey being around now? I mean, is it different in the women's division now? With
No,
Ronda
it's not
coming in?
different. I think having Ronda part of the division, you know, she's a superstar. She's main evented UFC.
Right.
And what she brings to the table is not only star power, but a whole other audience that's never watched women's wrestling, and just saying, oh, Ronda Rousey's wrestling, what's this about? Because they know who Ronda Rousey is, and for us, that's an opportunity.
Yeah. Now talk to me about life on the road. It can't be easy. You're constantly going from interview to interview. I mean, how is it? I mean, it can't be an easy life when you're constantly on the go. Do you ever get to sleep in your own bed?
I do sometimes, but I mean, I don't know. This is where I'm supposed to be right now, and I'll get to do that later. You know, I don't know. 5, 10
one day.
years, one day. No,
Longer than 5 or 10 years. You've got longer than that in you.
No, I just mean like, I mean, everyone's career goes up and down, but right now I feel like I just want to work harder and I have more goals, and I don't know. Yeah. I just don't want to slow down.
Right. Now talk to me, how was it growing up being the daughter of Ric Flair? I know you get asked this question all the time, but...
I do, and my answer is disappointing. Like, he was dad.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't a wrestling fan. Like,
but he's always on the road, though. Did you get to see him much with him always being on the road?
Okay, I was born in '86.
Uh-huh.
So my dad's career, I think, not that it was on its way down, but like he was towards the end of WCW and then WWE when I was in high school and middle school. So he was home a lot with me. I'd say my older siblings, my older sister and older brother, didn't really see him a lot, but like my dad took us on the road during the summer for family vacations, even though we didn't go to the arena with him. But I mean, he took me to camp. He was at every volleyball game, cheerleading competition, gymnastics meet, taking me to my trainer, making me breakfast. So
his career never went down. I saw him on like a late night show.
My dad's more popular now than ever.
I believe it.
No,
I really do.
is.
He's in rap videos. I mean, he's everywhere now.
He just continues to just stay true to who he is, and that's what people gravitate to. And it's hard. I mean, especially with his 30 for 30 that just came out.
What did you think about that? Did you get to watch that?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I was in it.
I know, but I would think it would be hard for me to go back and watch. You know.
I can't watch. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was. I just wasn't sure, and we're not that we're private people.
Yeah.
But I mean, I play a character. Like, not that I feel like I am an extension of Charlotte, but it was hard, you know, for like, what are people going to think or whatever. But then watching my dad just say, this is who I am. I'm not sorry. I did these things well. I did these things bad. It was kind of a lesson. Like, don't be afraid to be who you are. And he doesn't apologize for it. And he sacrificed a lot to be who he is.
Did your parents ever try to keep you away from wrestling growing up as a kid? Were they kind of, or were they just open to you?
No, I just did whatever I mean, not say I did whatever I wanted, but my parents were like,
do what you want.
I was heavily involved in sports, and that's what I gravitated to because that's what I was good at, and that's where I felt comfortable.
Now, you know, back in the day, there used to be territories, and there's still one territory that thrives around here in Kentucky, the Ohio Valley Territory. And I gotta show you this because around these parts,
there's other wrestling in
around
WWE.
These parts, I am known as. Look, I want you to look at this. I'm known as the World Heavyweight Radio Champion. What do you think about that belt right now? People around here who watch Ohio Valley Wrestling have seen it. What do you think about that belt right there?
It's very pretty.
I was hoping you were
It's not my title that I have to win back tonight against Carmella.
That's what I was going to say, because tonight, WWE SmackDown, you face Carmella.
The KFC Yum Center.
Yeah, we're going to
Tickets are still there.
Yeah, we're going to talk about some of these matches, but next time you come back, I want you to win that match tonight. So next time you come back, we're going to both have our championship belt.
No, I feel like I don't have my accessory.
That's all right. You're going to get it back tonight.
Starbucks.
So it's a double main event. You're taking on Carmella, AJ Styles, Nakamura. You got Randy Orton appearing tonight. Jeff Hardy.
Superstar Shakeup. The Miz is back. Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Asuka.
It's going to be awesome. And
The Bar.
Yeah, they're all going to be there. All your favorite stars. So come out tonight. WWE SmackDown Live, KFC Yum Center. And I think you all put on the greatest show there is. I mean, the greatest live show you can see. So,
there's entertainment for everybody.
Yep, come on out tonight. Charlotte, thank you very much.
Thanks for
I think there's only one way to end this interview, though. Woo! Come on. Woo! There you go. All right.
There's a warm-up for tonight.
Awesome. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.